Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another crypto video. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto content. Today we're going to be analyzing the Hbar overall price chart, really looking into it as it did pump up quite a bit today. And we're also going to be talking about Bitcoin as well. Pretty much kind of standard thing, just giving you guys a quick update on it. We do see that the market cap is now back at $1.4 trillion. It's up about almost 6% overall. Bitcoin is up almost, give or take, almost 6% as well, sitting at about 34.9K. And Ethereum up another 5%. If we come down here, though, we could definitely see the fact that Hbar is making some moves in the market, up about 11.6% actually, just as it changed in front of our eyes. And it is doing some incredible movements so far. I mentioned multiple times that, volume was picking up on Hbar. Not surprised that it's over 19 cents again. I am looking forward to seeing a slight pullback very soon. We'll definitely have to analyze it. But we do see the fact that the graph is at 61.5 cents, which is astronomically down from its all-time high. And Hedera hash graph isn't, down too much, but it is looking pretty strong here as it is continuing its upward path to 12% of an increase in price. So let's look at Hbar. So right now we are in a pretty strong support zone, which is at 18 to 20 cent zone. Like I said, I want to see 20 cents broken and actually held. We haven't broken 20 cents just yet. We broke it a little bit today, but haven't held it so far. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing possibly maybe another hold of that. We are currently above the 200-day MA, which is actually fairly solid. But I definitely want to see more price action evolve on Hbar, as well as even, Bitcoin as well. But currently right now, volume is looking juicy. If we look here, right, we could actually see that just today we had about 12.64 million, which is pretty good. The average volume per day is about 28.8 million. So we are a little bit down from that. But currently right now, we have been holding that 200-day MA. We are on pretty much a resistance zone from even this day. If we look here, we're currently on that. Now, we didn't break down off of that resistance. We're kind of just sitting on it. But we did break resistance here at 20 cents, which I said is our next resistance point after 18 cents was fully broken. So what I want to see, and pretty much what everybody else who is holding Hbar should want to see, is a break above 20 cents to hold that. Because after that, our next target point would be 23.5 cents. That's our next point of solid resistance. I'm not expecting, a massive break of it anytime soon. Just because, we do need to really kind of wait for Bitcoin to kind of finish doing its thing. I am expecting one last massive pullback on Bitcoin. We might get it, we might not. And I'll be talking about that here in a second. What I really want to see right now, though, is us to reclaim the one-day 50 MA. If we do see that is at that 23.5 cent zone. It's actually at 24 cents overall. So if we could break 25 cents, hold above that, hold that support line, and maybe target 27.5 cents, that would basically be, a full flip bullish as well. So very good overall in terms of the market. And if we come over to Bitcoin, we could also see that as well. So Bitcoin currently sitting on some nice support. That 34.8K zone is nice support. Now, I do want to see us more so test 37K. I think at 37K we'll probably get that pullback that I was talking about, where we do kind of retest maybe $26,000 to $28,000 again on Bitcoin. Now, I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, or they don't like that idea, because at that point we do kind of come back down and retest zones even on Hbar, right? Because we also have to look at the fact that if we do test 27 or 26 or whatever K on Bitcoin, we could expect to fall even more on Hbar. Now, where would that land us in terms of price action? We will probably retest again around 14 cents, possibly even 12 cents, depending on how low we actually go. Now, I do know there is a lot of altcoins currently right now sitting pretty at massive strength, and as well as support zones, like I said. So it's not a surprise that we are sitting on some good support here on Hbar, or even under resistance, if you will, because even Bitcoin, if you look at it, is kind of sitting on support, and it was sitting under resistance before it kind of did get a little bit rejected at that 35.3k zone, which 35.3k is also a solid pinpoint for rejection. It's also a resistance point, even if we come back to June 6th, we even come back to May 22nd as well. It is a strong resistance point, and we couldn't break it. Currently, we are seeing a little bit of some weakness showing signs on Bitcoin, so I wouldn't be surprised if we do get that last major pullback very soon. But I do expect us to possibly pull back at about 37k. That would be the real true mark of test for Bitcoin. So if we could break 37k, hold above it, even break somewhere up at that like 38k zone that I have marked here, that will pretty much put us in path to possibly try breaking this resistance zone up here that we tried to break on the 15th of June, which led us to pretty much get rejected, and that was the downward path. Like I said, I mentioned multiple times, that 42k zone on Bitcoin is a very strong resistance zone to break. Once that is broken, though, we could pretty much expect some fireworks throughout the market, where we are seeing massive pumps and stuff like that. If we don't get this massive pullback that I'm thinking of, we will most likely get liquidated up in these levels that I have marked up here. I've been talking about that for pretty much weeks now. And it is true. We got to really see and analyze what's going to happen up in these levels, as those levels are key and crucial for us. What I really want from Bitcoin is to possibly regain the 200-day, or even, possibly the 50-day as well, which is up in these key crucial levels, especially the 200 days at 43.3k. I'm not seeing that be targeted very soon at all. I mentioned this is going to take a lot of time. Again, it all takes patience, but once we come up here and cross one of these levels, we could expect Hbar to possibly try retesting its all-time high and going into price discovery. Now, I would like us to kind of, wait to go into price discovery if Bitcoin is going to do that last, drop, because I don't want us to get to 46 cents and, go over it and like hit something like 50 cents before Bitcoin, massively drops, because at that point, we pretty much have to retest another all-time high where we could see massive resistance and massive sell-offs. But I definitely want us to pretty much kind of smooth out the market, kind of find, stable price action as well. That way we can really see what's going to happen next. Because right now, things still look pretty weak, especially if you kind of zoom in, if you will. We do look pretty much like we're in a downward path on a lot of these altcoins. Bitcoin also kind of looks like that too. Just because we're kind of zoomed in, it doesn't look that bad. But when you zoom out, it does look pretty bad. So we do have a lot of room to make up. A lot of, like I said, it's all a foundation building method that we're in, where we're building this strong foundation, if you will, for the next massive run up. And it's going to have to pretty much build for quite some time, because we already did a parabolic push up from those 2020 lows to where we did hit recently at that 65k zone. So we're going to have to consolidate a little bit. And the same goes for Hbar, right? Because Hbar already did a massive run up from these levels, even back in December and stuff, to this massive 46 cent zone, which might not seem like a lot to a lot of people. But if you guys were holding back here at like, 3 cents, that's over a 10x plus in terms of price. So we would pretty much expect it to kind of consolidate and pull back a little bit, and we were kind of ranging to break out. We couldn't break out due to Bitcoin. So, once Bitcoin does stabilize, I'm expecting a massive run for Hbar. But we have been seeing some crazy volume pick up, like I said. Anybody who is saying that this isn't, a nice, if you will, pump, is pretty much wrong, because even if we go from these lows down here, which I did buy down here, and we go to this high here, it's about a 50% of an increase in price, which is actually very good if you think about it. I'm not saying, take profit or anything like that, because it's nothing too crazy, but, it is a nice price action that we're seeing right now on Hbar. And, anybody who is saying that it's not, like I said, is obviously not looking at the chart, because I do know a lot of people who will say Hbar looks weak compared to Bitcoin. Even if we look at the Hbar Bitcoin pair, the Hbar Bitcoin pair looks great as well. I mean, we're kind of just ranging in this little support zone, which I also have listed here at that, 503, if you will, level. And we did break down a little bit below it on the 22nd, but it wasn't too crazy. We just tested some nice resistance, broke off of it a little bit. Once this breaks, then we could really watch and see what's going to happen, because once we see something where like we see this massive run up, that is going to be massively bullish for Hbar. But nonetheless, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys do want more free content, you guys could always follow me on Twitter at NCashOfficial. You guys could also join the free Discord down in the description below. But nonetheless, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out.